Okay, Andy, what I wound up doing was replacing your counter unit. I got it to do it again, or that it was just showing a dot. I'm not sure what you were seeing, but when I got it to fail again, it was just showing a dot. You know, I couldn't find anything wrong with the soldering. I thought maybe, you know, it had a loose connection or whatever. I tried flexing the board, moving it in and out of the connector, and never could get it to come back on. So I just replaced it. You know, we're not going to keep fooling with that thing. I'll get them to send me a replacement part. But the other problem that you had was that it would get squirrely when you went from, I think you said 40 to 1. So I've got what I did was adjust the VCO, which is this guy right here. Okay, and since I'm in here, you can see all the LesComm improvements. There's your narrower filter, the first RF amp upgrade, the capacitor upgrade, buffer filter capacitors. That's 3300 now. It was a 2200, so it's been upgraded by 1000 microfarad. There's just not room to put anything bigger in there. I upgraded the 1000 here to a 3300 also. Now you'll hear people tell you that, oh, that don't do nothing, but let me tell you something, it does. I've been in electronics for almost 30 years now, so when I tell you that it's good to have these in there, you can believe it. Okay, but anyway, but yeah, it goes back and forth between channel 1 and 40 with no problem. It was just a slight VCO adjustment, and then when you go down to the lowers, it does the same thing. There's no problem switching back and forth between 1 and 40. Let's see if I can get where you can see both of those. This is on low, this is on high. Oops, wrong way. I did see what you meant. I can do better. Let me get you down there where you can see that a little better. If it does do it again, what's happening is that when you go from channel 40 to channel 1, there's a gap in the channel selector, and if it doesn't land precisely on channel 1, then the PLL loses the inputs from the channel selector. So the easy way to fix that is just to hit the band button. Rather than turn it off, turn it back on. Just hit the band button like that. Okay? And that'll bring it right back. Make sure it clicks when you change it. Okay? Alright, let me get set up and I'll show you the output power. Okay, I'm going to do the test on channel 20 and have a 100 watt slug on the RMS side and a 100 watt slug on the peak side. The meter on the left is RMS, we'll be reading on the bottom scale. The meter on the right is peak. We'll be reading on the bottom scale there as well. Okay. I guess it might help if I hook a microphone up. Alright, I'm on, like I told you, I'm on channel 20. Mic gain's all the way up. Let's see, this thing have an RF power? Yeah, it's on the same control as talk back. Okay, RF power is all the way up. We're on channel 20. Dead key in. What is that? It's 32, 34, 36, 38 watts. Audio, hello, audio. And swinging to about 100 watts peak. Hello, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Audio. But if I just talk into it normal, you can see that it hovers somewhere around 60, 65, somewhere in that area. 60 to 80 between those two. But that's just talking normally into just a standard microphone. Okay. Matter of fact, there's the microphone I'm using right there. Connected direct to your radio. Alright. Okay. That's the bad one. I did have to take the faceplate off. So I put some protective tape on it. We'll always do that. Last time I put the red tape on there, but this time I had gray tape handy, so I just put the gray tape on there. Peel this off. Don't leave it on there. Okay. And you can grab it at that edge right there and peel it off, but peel it off real careful, real easy. Alright. But that I put that on there to keep from scratching it up. I did have to take the whole front of the unit apart because of where the counter is. You can't really get to it. See, it's mounted right there. But here's your new one. I had a couple of spares, so I was able to get it going. That one, I told you, it just went to a dot. And it came back one time when I was messing with it, but then I couldn't get it to come back again. It stayed, just the dot stayed on. I tried flexing the board, you know, pushing on it around where the contacts are, and just stayed with a dot. So it tells me that the little CPU that's on the back, or maybe it's the one on the front on this one. Yeah, it doesn't have one on the back. Does it? No. So it's this chip right here, I think, that died. But anyway, you got a brand new one in there. So you're good to go. I'll get it out to you. Thanks, Andy. Okay, Andy, here it is all back together. I noticed you started peeling this stuff off on the top. That's good. You need to get this shit off there, because if it stays on there for any long period of time, it gets really hard. And then when you finally do decide to take it off, all that glue and stuff they used to hold this on, the adhesive that's on the bottom of that stuff, is gummy. It's damn near impossible to get it off. So yeah, go ahead and finish taking all this off on the top and the bottom. I'm not going to do it for you. I want you to do it. And you know, take this tape off. Just peel it off really, really slow. Okay. All right. Sorry you had a problem with it. Mail doesn't run today, but it'll be in the mail tomorrow. All right, Andy. 7-3.